Welcome to Donut Donny's Retro channel. Today we are looking at another retro classic. I also have my own Discord group, so if you'd like to become a member of the bakery crew, as it's called, Donuts Bakery Crew, kind of makes sense, then you need to contact me via Twitter or X as it's called now, or even Facebook. If you can send me a private message of you want to be invited, then here I'll send you an invitation. Here we just do we do retro gaming, but we also look at games like Fallout 76, which I play regularly, and Wreckfest as well, which I occasionally play every month with a couple of friends, even though I'm pretty hopeless at that as well. And also just general chat, and even the odd game giveaway I do when I like to give some games away, obviously. So if you'd like to become a member of the Bakery Crew Discord group, then please send me a message on the Twitter X account or on my Facebook. Hello everyone, Dono Donny here. Welcome to another episode of the Retro series where we're currently looking at football management games from the early 80s to the early 90s and beyond in some cases. Today we are looking at a game done in 1990, so a more recent game, and this one is called Superleague Soccer by Impressions Limited UK. It was released on the ZX Spectrum. Original price, so it's a full price game at £9.99, and it was also available on the Plus 3 for £14.99. Other platforms included the Commodore 64. Now we will look at some reviews. There's only one review we can look at, and it wasn't a very good one. Now I have played this game already, and this is quite a unique game in not a great way, and I'll explain why. Now, of course, if you watched last week's episode, Gary Lineker Superstar Soccer, thank you for watching that. You've noticed that in that game we controlled only one player, the striker or the goalie. I didn't control any of them because I just let the game go through, and it very much hit and miss. This game is, I'm afraid, exactly the same. Quite unique way of selecting players, and I think it doesn't work. You have to be very patient, and then you have to try a lot of games, actual games in the game, to make it work. So let's look at the review, and it was done by Slincare User, and you know the story. Pick a team to manage, choose your players, play a game or two. And yes, read it, it's all boring as ever, although apparently this one's revolutionary. Yeah, it's a unique way of selecting players in the game. The revolutionary thing about it is a strange control system. Let me explain. Rather than sort of wibbling the joystick to control each player individually, as in match day, you choose which player you want to move this little cursor to where you want him to go, and press fire. And then he moves there. Exciting? Not really. You can, of course, set it so that he kicks the ball or dribbles with it or whatever. Sounds a bit useless. It's a bit useless. By the time I've worked out what's going, he was losing 10-0. Yeah, exactly the same with me. I hope you understand what I'm being on about, but even if you don't matter too much, all we need to know that this game seems to have had more than its fair quota of beef, i.e. a bit mad. Everything's so small that you can't really see what's going on, so the ball gets lost too much, and the management side of things, which can potentially save it, seems a bit ropey as well. You can skip the manager bit if you want and just get a result of the match, but this really is a shouldn't really be doing that because you seem to be losing all of it. Anyway, here you go. Hours of fun. I don't think it only got 50%. Different type of footy game, but fortunately it's crap. So here's what he means by the. We'll show it here, and then I'll try to explain it when the actual game goes on. So your team is this team here. You can see the players are not very good. It goes back to the 80s, early 80s game, 82, 83. Remember, this is done in 1990. You basically you have to select a player that highlights the player on the pitch, and then you tell him where to go. And exactly happens to while the opposition team seem to have more freedom than you. So for instance, if the ball goes up to your left back there, you quickly have to find your left back on here, select him, and it selects the highlight, and then you select him where he's got to go. But if the ball suddenly goes down, kicks down here, you have to go and find your centre back, go back to the screen here, select him, click on him, and then click where he's got to go. It's kind of like those XCOM games where you have to select your player to go, but the problem is you have to do that while the opposition side have a lot more freedom. So it seems a little bit unfair. But we'll go into it anyway. I'll go into and show you the main screen. The actual selecting teams and everything like that is actually pretty easy, even though this mouse I'm using right now seems to have its own speed. It's very fast and it's a bit too fast actually. It's a very sensitive, um, but it's very basic graphics here. So you're only allowed to select one of these teams. So we will select Liverpool. There we go. And a little bit of sound. You've got alter, load, save, start. Let's look at what alter is. You can actually change your team names. That's handy. Change, yes. Of course, you know who I'm going to put in. Search you. Okay. So you have to go through all the other teams if you want to. So select those for these. Just put Oxford in. And then start. So you go up to here. This is like looking at an old file of facts. Clicking the tab. So start menu. So we have got a bit of sound, which is good. Now is it working? There we go. So you've got table. This shows you all full table. So there's the time. And again, now there's no way of me getting out of this. I have to find out by error what to do. So obviously in this table you can show your full and away, which is good to see. So I have to select out of the screen to go back to the screen here. So you've got money, you've got finance, you end up with is that 2 million? 2 million in the bank, which isn't a lot really. You can buy and sell. So when you buy a player, you can other divisions or schoolboys. So you can actually buy youth players. So let's go to schoolboys. A bit cluttered here, I think. There's a lot of information here, and yeah, you either like it or not. You've got a height, which is actually quite unique. You don't actually see much in height. So he's 5'6". Side B, that's both then. You got your speed, fitness, and morale. Now these are the skills, so you have to decide which is his main position. He's a right wing, tackling 50. So I would say he's a right wing defense on the right, maybe. Let's click. He's worth nothing. So if we go by again and schoolboys again, this cursor is very fast. This guy's from Crystal Palace and he's got shooting and control. So he's a bit more left, right wing again. Oh, his left side, but his position is the right wing. Okay, odd one that one. So I'm trying to click that yes button. Again, this cursor is a bit too fast. And this is normal speed. So we get out of there. And then you got your money. Obviously, money, I still haven't spent anything. So let's go pick. So form. New form. Form means formations. 453. That's fine. Out of the screen. No, it's not letting me this time. Okay, let's just select 433. Now this is your team. As you can see here, no skill levels. Well, there is skill levels, but what you have to do, which is quite time consuming, is you have to go into select one of the players like top. No, actually top's in the time. So let's go out of this exit screen. So form. No, it's not that one. Back out. Pick play. Oh, okay. No, got it on screen again. Yeah, I just done immediate there and we won 5-3. So that was the game. Game over already. And then you have to go through all the other screens as well. So we will, what I'm trying to find is it shows you the data about each of your players. So we actually won that 5-3. And come on, there we go. So pick, select. It's not actually letting me see the player. Like there's no squad screen. Okay, so I'm just going to leave it as it is. Oh, there's 10. I've only picked 10 people. Feelings injured. Let's just put Nigel in. Player called Nigel. Okay, tactics already got there. Tactic, is that it? So let's look at Nigel because we just selected. There we go. It's tactic. Odd place to put him. So Nigel, he's 5'11", uh, tackling 99 to 99, 99, 98. Wow. Position goalie. Oh. Oh, okay. So we can actually. That's interesting. You can actually select what position it's in. So let's look at Collier. He's back, height 5'9". He's had 253 games, 21 goals. Again, no position where he is really. Change, no. Only promotion is oh, he's got left back, so he's a left back. Okay, that makes sense. So let's go back tactic and let's look at another rough player. Top. Top is left midfield. He's played 360 games. 31-year-old. Of course, our two new players should be in here as well. Here he is. There's one of them. So he's a right wing midfield. So tactic. Let's pick one of these players up here. Franklin, 29 years old, right back, 99s. Yeah, worth. So you got your worth value here. So he's nearly worth £1 million. Wages. So this is all good details actually. Very, very thorough. So that's good. But we'll show you the game because that's what you want to look at and how confusing the game can be. So we'll click play. Now this means immediate means as we did before, the result comes in. Short means a short game, long means a long game. So we'll go to short, because I'm definitely not doing long. The screen then takes a little while to load up. Here we go. And look at that. Not very good at all, I'm afraid. I hate criticizing games that people have played, people have made, but this clearly isn't a brilliant one. By what I mean by is the pitch. Now, this is what you have to do by selection. So using different keys, I have to go to, and it's not actually doing the keys today. By what you need to do basically is, oh, has the game crashed? No, the game hasn't. So for instance, if I'm trying to find the keys for you here. The keys that I did use are not responding at the moment. So this is sometimes happens when you do a live recording. In fact, none of the keys are responding. So the time is working, so the game is running. Okay, this is unfortunate. Okay, so I have managed to, I had to restart the game. Somehow it just wasn't working, but here we go. Obviously I hadn't changed Oxford back. It's now called Liverpool, obviously, when it was before. And this is what I mean by selecting the player. So for instance, I need to take the I need to kick the ball. So I have to go and select the striker first, which is there he is Robinson. So I have to select him and then fire button. And then he's now moving. And then I have to select the players there. It takes a lot to get used to. If I move him there, and then I want to try to select my striker again, which is, what's his name, Robinson. Oops. Yeah. I'm trying to, there you go. I'm moving the cursor to where he should go, but it's not working very well. There we go. I'm trying him to get to the ball at least. There we go. Can you get to the ball? There we go. Kicks the ball. But as I'm trying now to find my other players by using this very weird system, they've scored already. It's totally unfair that you have to try to select the players this way. Well, the computer just does it in one motion. So I can see why this guy lost 10-0 numerous times. It's a unique way of selecting your players, but you have to have a lot of patience on this, and it definitely doesn't work. So I'm going to end the game like that because I'm not going to go through all this game because it's very frustrating. So for this game released in 1990, it looks very dated. The actual match presentation isn't very good at all. There's nice little quirks, like there's the actual details about your players is very good. The fact files and stuff like that. I think if you just played this game without actually controlling your players, you might have a little bit more fun than actually trying to control your players and scoring goals because you're going to lose. But so overall, I think this is pretty disappointing, especially this match presentation screen, which I think is not very good at all. But it has some good little bits in it. It's quite colourful. Text is quite easy to read. But anyway, yeah, it's not that good. But let me know what you think. Thanks for watching the video as always. Please subscribe if you haven't. Please send me a like. And please send me a comment. It'd be nice to hear from you. Anyway, Donny saying goodbye. What are your thoughts about this game? Please let me know in the comments. Many thanks for watching this video. Greatly appreciated. If you like this channel, please send me a like or subscribe.